Bring Ezra Klein in now. Ezra, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Rachel. And yeah, Chris is right. Those clocks are not for keeping time tonight. The idea, you're not going to keep speakers from going over, the convention from running late. It's all about the debt, and particularly the idea is to blame Obama and Democrats for all of the national debt. The problem when you try to do that, though, is that Republicans end up blaming Mr. Obama for policies they pushed in the George W. Bush years, and for the recession that began on that Republican president's watch, and for a continuation of tax cuts that the House Republicans supported. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, which are my favorite ones, have looked really closely at this, and this chart they made, it shows what happened to the national debt since 2001, which was the last time we actually saw a surplus in this country. You can see it kind of looks like a layer cake. They actually call it the parfait chart, and the top layer, the orange one, that right there is the Bush tax cuts. There is no single policy we have passed in the last decade that has added as much debt so far or stands to add as much debt in the future as the Bush tax cuts, which Republicans, you'll remember, passed in 01 and 03, and then President Obama and the Republicans expended in 2010 in a deal. In second place, behind the Bush tax cuts, is the economic crisis. That's here in blue. Recessions drive tax revenue way down. When you don't have an income, you can't pay taxes. And then recessions drive social spending way up because we got to help the people who've lost their jobs. Then you see in red, it comes the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And then you get recovery measures like the stimulus. That's right there in the light blue. And compared to the other things on the chart, it's pretty small, actually. That's a part you can really blame Mr. Obama and the Democrats for, although it is worth remembering that Senate Republicans proposed a $3 trillion tax cut stimulus at the time. Now, Republicans have got to blame President Obama for all these policies and events that happened before his watch, because if they didn't, if there were no Bush tax cuts and wars and financial crises, there wouldn't be much debt left to blame him for at all. Now, if you look forward, if you look at what Mitt Romney is proposing to do if he's president, it's to make his numbers add up. By the end of his second term, he would have to cut everything in the budget, everything that is not Social Security, Medicare, or defense, by 57%. That is a cut so drastic that is just functionally impossible. And on top of that, he's got trillions of dollars in new tax cuts on top of the Bush tax cuts. He promises to pay for them without raising taxes on the middle class or losing revenue. Independent analysts have looked at this a bunch of times. Governor Romney's promises are mathematically impossible. It can't work. He'd either have to trim his tax cuts, hike taxes on the middle class, or he's going to have to watch that debt clock go up a whole lot faster.
Ezra, see, another very good visual ruined by mathematical fact-checking. You totally rained on that parade. Thanks, Ezra.
Thank you.